Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Da 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 da. I'm not much a girl, but friend. My girlfriend. Hello, hello, guys. Good afternoon, guys. Dum. Yeah, yun nga live oh. Live makers. Lives. Ikaw din na may po yung gakalaw de ka tiyo. Munjulog. Pingun. Pamay telesan ha. Telesan ha. Aja first met sige at so pabalik. First met sa meetum ka na ko ba 1 week 3 ganyan. Kalau yung 1 week 3 tani ka awale. Tampo. Kaya kan gusto at so do. 我 last 面八个他找家真的就是留咧，都是 price 都是上過咗，國費嘅啲費嘅樣啊，咁講，然後20 分，6 分，2 所以you go ahead over platforms you know that people that's not a important tournament that's just a one day tournament see yeah pag dyan ha the tournament dyan top 3 Matoni ka no vet no mon joy class in the clubs hello hello Thinking sa MI pwede ka chow to that pagbolin and like him hello don't kala yes Zon in the favor will ni can meeting offline or soon we have from here that will do mistakes mistake niya no ka ane zu dang ha wa ni sai ma de ta ta zu te ho zo de bo chi ni mo pao a game class about the last game ten ka tam boss ni zon de ki hon fu te ho zon bo chi bon I was like good night. My team betul. Apa dapat good evening. Live number di kaya agun eh. Guys, Mobile Legends live ball doon. Wala daw man na apat na gameplay alang down ke. Nila pa set pa nila pa. Lại nói hồ khu scout din insane yun na ngay dyan to scout na ko naman TV. I'm taking the risk na guys. Alam mo, target chip niya skin ka scout page. Pipili tournament competitive player नहीं हुआ रहेंगे हैं देश में हमारे competitive player जो सीजन में तो scout IGL तो scout ball जो मच्छी देते हैं ना जिन्हों ही लोग ले scout ball ना देते हैं इकट्ठ में जो या जो scout अपन pen teasing thì là cái lối họ chỉ sang là chỉ cái thể hiện cái gì như chỉ cái theo đồng là IGL cái ball thế này lại cái lối họ lại chỉ lại chiều cái gì cái này nè kalau yo dia lekin ideal puma gameplay to kaki chip tinggal chana mo ding achu yang mo bet bet bang ni sana ya achu ideal din scout wala hong pat ne nam ideal cho thia jam de game cho carry thing la aman ni da sai thing la hin ma ya achu yung scout ka ball zi hi ti lo le lo yo tempo scout wa ka so ni ai lo la le cái nhà ideal lâu thì lần gameplay bet bet ai có mo ai wang achu ideal cho làm cái miền hòn Hindi sila kimi no ko ay siya bon lumlo so no gin cho halo full volume ko ya ko gin yaw halo di mo nga kan bole ka ha pa num lo cho ro papa sang di hanam cats give away ko be bolo give away mala la nang hon nin give di ki de na lai he ai de loi ki vai chan ten na give away ho ngai poi sang lo ho lum num ji lo he de adi cho give away ka ki bola le masai rare pass give away ka bole achang ho ke pa achang lo hon adu da chi chi adu da ta mi sei sit tabang na mi ga dem tabang cho chan lo man na chu piam a fair boy adu da tium cho zai give away hoi ken ka bon nam lo camera lang hin vet tang ho camera i lep na kai cha ka screen cho ka vet na ka screen man na live chat ka vet control tham a firing button koi koi kit no shotgun za rồi trở lại trong hi cái gã try một mong trong cật control chỉ là five finger by là five finger cái four finger này với bây giờ nang na hậu mà sợ ha mama nang hậu mà sợ nang in bữa lần nang ngạo chỗ mà sợ điểm ngạo chỗ mà sợ sao Zola please bye bye Zola bro thank you for subscribing to my channel I think you can comment to my channel without subscribing yeah okay. There. Moderator I think it's only for subscriber only na if you're subscribing to my channel thank you yeah, bye bye PUBG Grover pa nag-chip zilo nag-chip kala tuyên thà live live lệ tuyên thà để live hình bolo tuyên thà pa na kita live hình bol dio Celeste na bol no malang ki gong ng support jet bol no mo yung ki gong sum na ki ko yung lang tuyên thà pa na live pa tayo bol dio as you to last mana to live phải ta cái bol đâu à YouTube pa pe mi cầm một cái lâu đi hướng trên na thà hi cái gọt bật để đại thà hi xuống cái này lâu đi đại payment sing talo Gani mira oxygen na reflection na reflection aquí en bolso que có bộ mà cần cọ đi Yang garawang cho Caesar sin Caesar reflex naalala ko in nangaidam at na life sit na ka-arego sa diba madalas kan nizo pa kepo nizo pa wa de kasi hindi ba hong kitsi mo hindi ay kitsi mo ko chui sai du ta ya po na bodo tiam mo sian bodo tiam mo sian yo hindi ya zan hang de mo sian yi de ya po ye nin pipiki bo dam fian so ji lat le mi khat nin bora ta spam man na ho fian stam sa cha a mi ye bia chu ye lia tam ma yang ai wa a spam chu i bo tia spam tam so na ya cha fian si pi deแต่ตอนนั้นจริงเซลโมจะชอบจิตเราเด็ดฟอลเลยกูปีจำเป็นสิ่งนี้ก็ชิมดูครับชิมเวทแต่ชิมสเปกชิมเอาละกันต่อวันนี้วันเห็นบอลให้บอลดูให้พินดูครับเอาละกันพี่เอกสารขับเองมีร้านมาละพี่เอกสารขับหลายจังแต่แล้วในที่เมียนหัวอีที่ในเกลมนั่นสาเอ็มอเลวะเจ็บนั่นสาอัมจะได้เอ็มละอาใครหัวที่มันทีมเปลี่ยนในก็คือเวทีอันนั้นกินเจอเขาเลยอ่าที่เมียนหัวเองที่มันอ่ะไอ้บางเกมเซนส์กี่บาทเนาะ Pintingado, kiếm trên tầm hội của bạn nó kiểu cái giống các mộ thì cái bộ là thì tầm hội kiếm trên kiểu cái vật cái bốn cái vật tầm hội kiếm trên cái vật nó chỉ kiếm trên chỉ tầm hội hoàn thành lệ skill song cho cái này số cái bốn hoàn kiếm số đó ấy mình là đây là kiếm tiền cái giờ cái giờ khó lắm let's stay humble na guys stay humble not to compete with you guys We are not competing with Evo. Evo is competing with us. Pro player ko hinadia iti nga yung binang sa akin. Pro player hinadia nga games and stock skills na iya. Kaya chinela stream ham. Kaya tata he full ball ila adi ko di adi. 30K 1 year anniversary pin na cup do ham. Kaya man like cup na daw dia. Wala inom ham. Di ya. Lalo kon in kibib jika day po yung dam angay dam lang angay dam ovin kiya ka tao kiya ka loyo ko ina sa skill zong le angay dam ovin kiya lalo kon chu kulay nin lalo kon chu ag hawp kiya ka ay laki dam siya chu an say na ya na iba nga ngay dam man tumali ngay dam han di tata le English pa say tata why yung mo pa wa chu kon mo pa hit ham ay English pa wa mi de ma mo pa wala nilang tumong ma bra sorry bra. You will regret it sure you to remember PL natin. Zola bro, thank you. Thank you for coming to the stream. Oxygen to him should him oxygen to 3 sa and cup na not spoke get that expected I'm expect that. Hindi lang nung liu tam. Wala kong. Like Lanya gave me in what yet of Philippines or you said na tuna o de kilometer. Control din ako ba? Meron pera tawag do paano mo pinagalayan na sa table. Dalahin ni Zoa. Dala pelli pastrane ay time out. Chỉ ta chờ pelli spam cho ai time out wa i vote here they look spam sa wa i vote to this most sensitive. Makin awa kay makin na po. Okay, si Ras la klase kan. Si Ras can make it to PO. Si Ras can make it to PO. Yes. Chiquillo. Ipitin na lagi su. Pula yung family group, watch na YouTube channel group din top tagaw ni mo na. Is ito da. Tula duty kichile ke team zote yen na life. Kutung one not price pool hinazao diu one not price pool ay ni apen kita hindi gaw ata. Igat na mo de top 2 yards. Ang sabi lang. Yan is spot pang ta ko na pilong kina. Player 4 la sao na lo. Nalungyan sa'yo guys, grabe man. Kapag hindi din nas ikalmet sa akin yung naloro job of my best. Kaya mo ito rin ito ba? Patong bangan na siya. Mana ka masakay ba nga mga katpaki resistant. William to rum na kapla di ko hampo sa. Kap na tayo diya. Lop law to ham. Bisa sa lahat yung lay lop doon. Cắt họ bật cho. I'm fairly out. Tama out the boy. 55K tournament ko yun na yun. 50K. Yeah, aliyo so. Yan sisi. Next, DJ sa ating ko na kiguwa. Kap kikilings. If you say do ha. Like baby, he kana ball sa atin. Ay, si kana ball sa. Ball sa atin. Na stream kit di ham sa amin. Stream nga lawazan. Stream ta daw doon na. All dayวันนี้ Let's get le make it but speech. The right class got school classes that that's in my games for Japan. Okay, classes at Basim. Take a look at my the friend. You only one I got commit to them. Yung katawang ay kamutsu na lang. Lại yung pahaba nung load so. Give me doon yan. Lim to nagkituloy Honda nagkidong heads mo nagkidong ang tawag ng hindi na ito siya. Yeah. Natobe pa ka na yun na audio mo ito. So, mo nga leta pa ako. Kasi, parang ito. Yan may live dong len mo low na mo go pa from ang boring siya. Boring siya. O sar all notebook. JPL Lige or JPL Lige or the life. Lại đâu mới nuôi hồi là hòn. Làm tạo. Yung cái này ngon mà chị biết nghe. Chắc có bạn cho nên cái này nói. Guru şimdi body am tu sana. Tapos, may bilang number dayo may. May bilang number ka ng kanay. Ang dry hoy na kisam. Ito yung bilang may license siya hoy kisam. Yung bilang may license may lang. Hoy mo na kisale. Chan so nga ano hoy law na yan. Hoy mo na kisang na hoy so. Hoy ni kisa. Kaya naman mga hoy kisa yun na hen. Kaya le. Ang dampig. Alag kung to pan ka eh. Bian niya nga eh. Sambi hinggang na eh. Ilaw pa. Sam na pila rin. Yeah. Right, right. How do you think about it at the end of the day? Pressure na iwalo na. Actually, they are playing, their rotation is good, but their gun power is down. Like they got so many pressure. Tani pressure na iwalo ba? Fight nang la ngam low. Stale plan split abang ho ka abong ngam low. Stale feel ho nang dapat ngam low siya ato sim thay be sa low na. Their rotation is good. Let's see. Người mua để cho để phải chỉ để cơ thốn chính giá gì nó có mặt chịu. Let's go for 50K this 2 month. Do a regular swim. Come on, man. This 2 months. So I'm gonna reach 50K in this August. Don't worry, guys. August 50K at least. See, remember what I said. August 50K. Sana tayo tournament ball dyan na daw uwem ng holoy. May cha. Grand finals sa MP Nations. Grand finals yun. Cup rin. Underdogs din nga ako eh, kasi epa-hepa pa yun. Ikaw dyan. Napoy no iza ha nga hilaw rin na tiyuta. Ipiyaw, kita na ipiyaw. Saya kurang naman. Di tiya ako, may di tiya. Start the game. I'm not streaming to play the games. I'm just streaming to with you guys. Cheat out on play friend. Like cookie or PUBG the bird la ko press ko. Ewan ko din naman. Kaya po na. Hindi ko si Kuya Desel. Ayun yun. Kuya Desel. Mag-bilis plastic kaya. Chalo, 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 chalo. Chicken look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Jangan je top izat ni hiyo mungkin hiyo. Top 3 ke main lah yun. Yung sa top 3 na. Yung mga kung ano, so, yun, wait, okay, mga ka like on load. Lompuhi, Lompuhi RC to RK defense, sana RC to RK defense. And half price is that now. First price is 26, second price is 12, getting start price is 17. Head up with you. Ay, buki hun to. Do to iso de ano yung effort nila. Spam de. Right, pagpulay on sendiri beliau. Tidak doang, yung home. Nah, itu tim kat baru support di pergi player juga tim kat baru support. Kau tim kat baru support di pergi player. Yes, itu dia. PMWC na vendor dia Japan betul. Live PMWC what's party borders ah. Mana ada top juga ni. Top 3 player. Yung more say oh. Sticker hop to. Toxic mga tip ko yung mga toxic defense sa ating fit mo pero toxic defense tayo man panpita yung bow na they support ka bow na lo the mga defense taki i fit ko yim online film di man siya sticker ka ang tabo siya take with Rangel support叫做你给到。The IPL first lineup for Nauru can be Amici and say kay dihablo. Kay idea kaya adang sisi ko solter to support ako. Kaya po support niya hindi din to klaro sa solter na hindi ka tila mal yung support team din. Ang kabon siya support player ko. Yun lang tinanong din. Kaya po itinagkang tam. Ay yung noong karamdam na my favorite team at PMWC mine is LPZ. My favorite team at PMWC. I actually I want to watch PMWC ka na. As years ago that you like that normally to we have international skills so 1v3, 1v2, ada ang ball or to kabat na. I want I want to watch the skills, but I don't support I don't support a particular team, not like, but I want APZ to win because of Cope. Cope giả phố APZ tiền đâu lại cái bạn chứ. WBZ tiền các bạn nó team ta bốn các bạn nó sir. I like every team because they are the best, not the base of the base in this world to play BGMI or PUBG. They are the base. It's the highest level of this game. So bốn các bạn nó win. Ay, yung pinapili data tapa. Sa nilang hindi talaga mapili data na tutusan kaya si ada tapi tu nang do dia kita kan bang na. Nang lang atu sa lele at dapat ang sila to inform na fa. Trying to bin haiwan. Al pas awan dia jelas mina ay way go ga san to. Oh na tabang fairly masa xóm ra chuyện gì cho nó thành cả điểm từ bằng số độ chứ nhiều mai có được điểm độ chứ có thể là qualified PMWC 40 tiapon sa low half platform. Wala sa nga aros ngayon na sa alter ego te. Alter ego te ang ball pa inay pero na. 40 tiyaw ka ba mo alter ego te ang APD tiyaw WBD tiyaw PS tiyaw ha. I like every team who qualified this tournament. I want to I want to watch this PMGC. The light decks to teams light decks ang call pa ko. Ay mite skills in yan ay witi ma ki zona. Ay ba nga yan tournament ang hukun. Wala chim kay zina. Kada iba nga ki chim law zina nga. Iti itam din ping le ibus. Kay dùng tí lại yan. At di miệt hỏi yan. Cái chim mong đàn nuôi đâu để thân đàn nuôi. Ay biti ki chim ham ityam agyam player tambat kahit mo sa akin. Kay confident mo kayo natin. Diba yan. Isa ay cái chim nga ka tambat. Kapten giờ phải lạ đi cái tỷ đồng là em dấu đỏ hay là thứ ta bằng không biết ông chim gì đi nào thì lại cái chuyện mà gặp sau trong hoàn cảnh cái chim chim lệ synergy hoài tình lệ là ta là sao真真正係做四種，現在台灣人覺得得特別 stop 嘅時候，Rosemary MVP 做 Rosemary but 一倍啦，但係呢個叫做 finalize grand finalize and perform 掉啦。Rosemary bang player kamu na confident sa akin. Horati is an Indian prediction na last ko yung mga kailaw Horati tuloy. PMWC Indian team ko yung hani ko. Ito chong so experience ito. Iba ng hot team so about kailaw po yung na this next ko. Di kiti ko lang file ba po na. Yellow na. Hindi so international ay tabang yung Team trong này em biết đâu sẽ thực phá lắm qualify hồi không team qualify rồi không đi extend so chính tên tập đoàn chủ lại bằng là qualify rồi đi sẽ thử chứ start playing hello you let me play có đi tập về cái mùi là hoa sẽ lại hết chứ Vicente comeback tàu bên thì yeah English subtitle sai rồi you want English subtitle you want English subtitle sorry I can't provide that take a look at my phone cái chụp đầu điêu cái hệ cái chụp đây cái chụp đầu điêu love from Japan hello Yui thank you so much for the love I appreciate that take a look at my girlfriend a rising star biết tiêm tôi nhìn chưa nó hồi ngồi đi sẽ cái hồi phát xa hồi tiêm nhỉ lô mà nó như đấy phát lại DJ Mike cái chim hồi global cái chim thấy point tên à chim thấy global hơn rồi chứ game optimize game optimize game itu ni top 3 point yang zat ni okay point me but 会变 in 拿着来trong here me ai begin ngay take a look at my girlfriend she's the only one I got PMWC vậy điều
I actually really think that Falcons could go ahead and win the whole thing. They just really need to figure out what is not working for them, tweak that, and adapt very quickly.
Jamie in money lim to William Mate using a comment there William Mate Holama William Korean You can look at my girlfriend. Dia nggak kam itu nah. Kan yang nggak kok itu nah. think I can exactly them, guys. Bot chú cầm bị họ khó gì hả? Giờ bạn bro khai đây là máy số tổ nó họ chưa kệ kệ cả bro quay. Bot chú lại chú cầm bị khai đây hả? Cái spin cho. Pmwc thì phần tam. Spark bị bỏ đôi tiền hà thì
مشتاق لك مشتاق لك حجي. هاي مفاجأة سويت لك فيها أنا، جهودهم كلها مشكورة. الله يخليك لي. الله يسلمك حبيبي.
Bakit ka? फिंगर जाना म्हटलं फिंगर
आपलं कुठलं आहे? आपलं कुठलं आहे? अरे 16 प्रो माहिती आहे आपला हा आहे ना. तुमच्या ह्याच्यात मुलीच आहेत का फक्त? मुलं नसतात का? का नाही का नाही? हे कुठे आहे रे? दाबायचं कुठे? अरे भाऊ गोळ्या मारायचं कुठे? इथे इथे आहे का?
लेफ्ट साइड लेफ्ट
इथं. उय. कॅमेरा बंद. हा असल्या गोळ्या मारतो ना ह्यांना. कुठलं पण मारतात रे मला.
ये कौन सी भाषा है?
ते अरे ग्लू वॉल का ना.
เป็นอินดิเมชันก่อน
Killing spree for the red team.
พี่น้องๆ就個點面我就繞到咁樣。
Reloading. Is in the lead.
說緊真係嗱。
Fired. Cover me. Reloading.
誒，能冷靜點解？都係個食白蛋咯。Bro, they're shooting me from everywhere, bro. Where is my teammate?
Have a lot of time left.
My teammate, bro. Oh, saan tayo? Yung boom si Velton.
yapacağımızı bildiğimiz için
Wey, walang kipankit na no. Ang kipan tacho. Eh, kipan na ya. Fucking hell. Ay, nice show that. Nay, chúng là ngay phải nhỉ. Mẹ học qua chứ mà. Wala nung tad si Kume. I'm now ready, guys. I think I'm ready. Gunpowder. Let's bring back the gunpowder, guys. Forget ka tayo dyan. Mana ibang yung gunpowder. Hindi ham na. Confident ba siya daw siya.
Cover me!
Team match.
Point for the red team. Reloading. Cover me. Reloading. Reloading. Down. Cover me. Reloading. Free for the blue team. Cover me. Fired. Reloading.
Ô thể hiện nè
Mercy. Cover me. Reloading.
ấy là ông chuẩn bị một tòa
Killing spree for the red team. Cover me.
ê 아 가만히 가봐봐 사장님 감지다
Red team doesn't have a lot of time left.
Great! You're about to win!
Cover me. No mercy. Reloading. Killing spree for the blue team.
Thế là guys là lên sự tay này em đã đi xí chỗ phần hình ảnh của bạn nha. Là Ibang kansiyon siya pong kilala ako guys. Ibet ko mo diba?
Finals stage. This is a legacy in the making, so buckle up. A finals stage. This is a legacy in the making, so buckle up because history is about to be written. It is time for the grand final. History is about to be written. It is time for the grand finals of the Pmwc.
Every single one of these players, every single one of these teams has the opportunity to strike out at that trophy. Will they do it though across the next 3 days? We're about to find out. We're about to get the games rolling. Let the games begin as we start to break down what is going to be going on here for day number 1 of the grand finals for Pmwc. Joining me, Seven as well as Maxman, to talk about these phenomenal teams. And we have got ourselves an opportunity to see how it's all going to go down. Let's start with one of the names that really does come to the forefront when it comes to international excellence. Regnum Carrier. They didn't have the easiest of times moving forwards, Max, but they are here in that grand final.
Oh, finally, we've seen Regnum Carrier make it back into the finals. Of course, our reigning PMGO champions able to claim victory over there, and they're back once again. And let's keep in mind, Silas, one of the biggest storylines in PUBG Mobile esports history. He won a PMGC. He's won PMGO at the start of this year. Could he take another trophy here in Riyadh at PMWC? If he can make it happen, he would be the only player in the world to have ever achieved that.
And for Regnum Carrier, it comes down to not getting complacent, especially they have a great day 1. From a conversation that I got a chance to have with Silas, he said the reason why they didn't make it to grand final straight from group stage was because on that second day they did get complacent. They got that win, they felt like they had already qualified, and they slowly just trickled down that leaderboard. On top of that, going into this lobby, when we get to Miramar, there might be clashing with 4 Thrives. It's going to be something that we got to keep a close eye on.
In the grand final, I don't think you can be taking these kinds of clashes. You've got to be so careful when it's this kind of money on the line, when it's this kind of prestige on the line. And speaking of prestige, on the opposite side of things as well, a roster like Alpha Gaming, they're here in the final, Max. We know they mean business. We know they can win it all.
The only team to ever have 3 global tournament MVPs on the roster. Doc, PMGO MVP of this year. You have, of course, the side of Top. You have the side, of course, of Ziol that won over in Turkey the MVP award. This is a starred roster that can make anything possible. They still have some minute mistakes that happen, especially with Doc playing split. We're going to keep repeating it. But generally, if they can fix that one glaring issue, this team could be the best team in the world.
And it's not even Doc just being too split from the team. Something that they were running into group stage, it came down to them not being able to regroup in time. At times, Doc was being able to play it perfect, but then the rest of the squad was actually even further away from him, and he was able to scout.
Well, gentlemen, it's time. Let's get to it. Game number 1. Are you ready? Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen, out there around the world. Pmwc Grand Finals begins now.
Wait, guys.
And Colaris has hit the nail on the head. If you are live in the arena, it's time to click those seat belts in, strap yourself down and be ready because these games are about to be intense. For the viewers at home, you need to be prepared. 16 teams enter the arena blank, but only one at the end of these 3 days
Let me
will
just
walk
my
away
type.
our new champion.
And you better strap in because it's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride going through these next 3 days of games. Smash Rule will be engaged on that final day, but by no means is it out of reach right now in day 1, day 2. You want to be setting the pace, setting that scoreline over towards day 2 in first place to give you that big chance to end the whole tournament early for everyone else and crown yourself the victor. But let's reset, let's calm things down, let's pull it back. Remove that telescope from the situation because we want to see the wider picture here in these games.
Yeah, that's right. Attach the wide angle lens and get your focus on the squads, what this event means, and of course, on a game-by-game nature, the shift in the standings. We could sit here and talk all day about what we saw in the group stage and survival stage, but the difference is, Blank, it's what you do now in the present moment.
It's time to go mobile.
It's time. Let's go. Let's go top.
Sanhok to start things off.
Sanhok, let's go Sanhok.
Ruins closest to the plane path. We'll see what happens over in Ruins, because it has been a contentious area of the map for Sanhok for quite some time so far. Teams start to drop in very much a northwestern plane path too, so Thunder talks over towards Camp Alpha. We know teams like to pick up that position. Alter Ego drops similarly in position, but looks like this time around they're
Thunder
heading out
top
to the east.
Fleetwood. Oh my god.
Can't wait to see what the form's going to be looking like as well. For obviously
Look
teams
at the
that didn't
drop
have
of
to play this one
Thunder
skipping that.
top.
You mentioned two huge names there, right? 4 thrives, they looked amazing.
Give
Great
the jump
teamwork,
safe
setting
to Thunder
themselves up
top.
for chicken dinners, topping the charts when it comes to the points. But that's a lot. Storylines that you could paint over to Alter Ego. Rosemary, but it's not just him, is it? That entire squad playing off each other incredibly.
Oh, Alter Ego also going to boot camp.
Fall into contest with Power Esports. Both teams taking heavy casualties either side. Power with 3 players at 1 knock, 2 left remaining for 4 Thrives, who had been living it large in Hearts In on Sanhok for a long while in those group stages.
And yes.
Time around Power
Oh,
able to get back up to
somebody
3.
is having a gunfight.
Lying claim here on the map for Sanhok.
Falak, Falak,
By no
doing
means
the
an
Falak.
easy journey to the top for them.
Let's dial into this fight. Sierra's going down on the
Oh,
ground floor
Falak.
here. We get their POVs. As you said already, it's a rough start for the 4 Thrives. Only a duo remains. Falak in position here. Al-Haji. We saw that lovely content piece setting up the day. Let's see if he's able to give us some of that energy. The excitement,
Nice
the emotion
game,
that he brings to the lobby here in PUBG Mobile. Meanwhile, Rosemary as well, causing issues
Ah,
already
Rosemary
there.
getting a kill again.
Rosemary was a name that we were looking to massively point out here in these finals. Al-Haji with a long range shots
Nice
here from the
one.
DBS, not quite connecting. Noki's got to run off the position as the Molotov comes through, backs them off the alley here, forced them into this building. It's good shepherding coming through from Power.
Vahidon up close, lots of damage onto Noki, leaves him relatively low. It's a DBS in
Noki
hand, so
knock.
because he's low on health, he could still make a play, but easy
1v4
setup in the
Falak, come on,
backline.
Falak.
Didn't opt to
Can
throw out the
Falak
game,
do
instead
1v4,
dashes
come on.
in the molly, burns the stairway out, it's right on target, he's taken out a commission, and now this gets even harder for
Can
Falak.
Falak do
Already, this is a
1v4?
brutal start for them in the opening game.
Falak's got to stand tall here, try and go for something a little bit large. At least show them that Hearts In is not free and open right now for 4 Thrives. I think that they're just going to keep dropping this from day to day. I don't think either team wants to give up Hearts In here. To find that final play. Now, Falak had a big amount of influence in that group stage for 4 Thrives.
Push ngam load.
See how well he
Come on,
can step
push,
up to
man.
the plate here versus Power.
They're
Because you know
waiting
his team
for
is not gonna go
Fahiden
for the
to heal up.
1v1s. They're not going to send in like Lemmings. That's going to be a very difficult task. S12K though, gets the reload on it. They hear it, trying to bait them out here.
So Falak move. Oh, 1 knock.
First connection's good. That's Al-Haji down. Baited in, looking to see if he can
1v3. Are we seeing 1v3?
Literally remove
Nah,
him
nah,
from the equation. The second as well. Wow, that could have been real bad.
Bro, he's something.
Chills there, damn. Yeah, that could have been very, very bad. Great serve
Bro,
though on the
anti-Falak,
doorway,
man.
right? One either side.
Anti-Falak.
As soon as Al-Haji went down, they completely changed up the game
Anti-Falak.
plan. They sent in the hammer first, and it was not enough, so
Damn,
they had
bro.
to go
What
for
a
something a
what
little
a
bit
nice
more
play by Falak,
strategic.
man. He could have clutched.
But that was good. From Falak, at least that puts a little bit of fear in Power. Now that 4 Thrives understand that this is likely going to happen every game, they can be prepared for this next one. But Sanhok is a great map for putting up big points early on and getting that initial lead, especially at the start of any grand finals.
Oh yeah. Dream scenario for Power as well. You know, it looked like it wasn't really the true test of themselves in the group stage. But what we saw unleashed throughout survival stage, that's where they thrive. It's what we saw last year as well. It feels like they sort of dial it up a little bit. You know, they assess the lobby and realize, look guys, we just need to play to our strengths. So much of that carries on over here. It's a nice hard drop. Good result in the end, only losing 1 player in Ragnar. Going to be happy. For 4 Thrives, that's an instant red mark though. It's one of those games where you're thinking, okay, got to sit here, watch the flow of the action. Half an hour later, we'll be... They'll probably have something to say against Power throughout the course of playoffs now.
It's a big blemish. Definitely a big blemish coming through for the guys on 4 Thrives, but we know that they can bounce back. They had a little bit of a slip over towards their final matches. They
First
still
team
put
to
up a
get
huge
eliminated
scoreline, right?
is
And I think if it wasn't for
40,
Alter Ego just
40.
blasting out of control, they would have remained in first
Oh
place. So saying
no,
they had
oh
a
no,
slip is
no.
maybe a bit too bold from my camp, honestly. Fireflux, though, this is a team that did not slip up at all. They just kept on climbing. They were rung after rung on the ladder over in survival stage. That's why they looked fabulous. And it wasn't a case, in my opinion, that they looked great because it was weaker teams. I think for Fireflux, they had a real improvement over those 2 days.
Oh yeah, you think about the positioning, the way they were playing off one another. Similarly to obviously what we were describing there and highlighting as a good setup from Power, right? Those close quarters crossfires, the way they're playing off one another. That's what Fireflux were doing very consistently, but the rotations were on point. It did feel like they were hitting a skill ceiling of there's a lot this team can give, and we were just seeing it.
It was super cool to me because I think in a lot of Fireflux's games in the past, it's usually either a case of you highlight Scarface or you highlight Ketch. It's never both players at the same time. I think here at Pmwc, it is a wonderful experience to be able to watch Fireflux and see that both Ketch and Scarface are both on their A game at the same time. It's a rare scenario, but they're bringing it out where it counts here on the main stage. Weibo trying to rotate through here. This is over towards the eastern side around Yangon Galacticos. Already some heavy hits been sent their way.
And if you're unfamiliar, of course, as well, opportunities for some, let's say, interesting gameplay from them when it comes to the weapon choices. But we'll see if they decide to pull that out in what is going to be a very important set of games here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see for Sook, the bow, the explosive bow.
Oh, yeah.
It looked cool, right? I think that we didn't necessarily see the true power of it because a lot of it was zoning and spacing for the team, as opposed to finding the knocks. Where he did find the flushes with it, it was a wonderful moment. You know, we got to really get hype about that. But here
Right now,
in
yung
these
crop
matches,
tentation
Wonderfield
tango
favour
na
the
gameplay
DBS,
parin
just
target
much
muna
more
crop tentation
better
ka mahal
here
ko
in PUBG
ito.
Mobile.
Kaya ang
Over
mo
towards
ba
the northwest
43
side,
kills
though, very
so
hard shift. We pull this
ang
one
kinuha.
close to the northwest island, but not all
Kanda
the way
ilaw siya.
towards those confluence
Kanda kitilik ka
compounds.
tayo ito ba kagari ko na
Alter Ego's in
Christian
position
le
to snatch
blal
that one
tima
up, but Eda's
and pose
weakened
and post
earlier
out
after
doon kaya
Rosemary
po.
was able to have a little hello down towards that south side. They send one player in, but can they withstand the weight of Alter Ego as they move in from the east?
A lot of trust in that team. Feels like it doesn't matter if one player is popping off, they're able to sort of pass the baton quite quickly. A lot of respect for one another as well, and obviously that can go the extra distance, but seeing Rosemary already be able to get the blood pumping a little bit, it bodes well for this roster. They've been very excited to watch. Fireflux taking a knock there as well. That's over from Hora.
Eda finding Moana though, which is a really, really good start for them. It depends whether Moana actually goes down or not, because they need to reset on this one, but it is Weibo.
Fireflux
taking
taking 5-2 teams or what?
Opted for a wild rotate over towards that northwest side, trying to gamble on this one, understanding that it's going to be extremely packed down towards the south. They'd rather not play with that. Gamble on a northwest shift. Power.
Silas,
Silas, that is Al-Haji coming into contest as Regnum Karya made a big rotate over towards the northwest side as well on that bridge, and Power was comfortable just to wait that one out. And Regnum Karya starting to get dismantled as Power puts more points on the tables.
Easy got visual contact though, up towards the top of the hill.
Power
there.
is pumped up.
Third party arriving, Yangon Galacticos, that catch whiff of this and want to see if they can steal away any points from the head-to-head from Power and Regnum Karya. They immediately try and reposition, play off the cover they've got provided. Easy's looking for the confirmation as well. Behind the tree, just tucked in for now. Hora from the sidelines, seems like Joker's showing up once again for E-Arena.
This is a horrible push for a lot of teams on the southeast side. Your E-Arena, Fireflux, Hora, APG, and Team Seeker are all banding around Painan at the moment. And there's only so long until that starts to pop off and the tension snaps in that region of the map. Already we're losing more and more players.
Oh, APG only 1 man down.
Getting sandwiched between 3 teams. They desperately tried to fend off against Fireflux, and if they're able to do that, they could have maybe moved out west, but they were penned in.
A horror story with Easy walking away. Have another pickup on that one. 6 elims already for Power. These are the sort of games they thrive on as well. It feels like this team very easily goes once they get momentum. You know, they feed that hot hand, keep it building. It's nice to see for the Power fans out there.
It's funny coming out survival stage, right? It's where they shine a lot of times. And he wouldn't really be a Pmwc without Power making it through survival stage, so I'm glad they do make that happen. King finding a shot over towards Rita. Is that from Weibo? Oh, Thunder Talks here on the western side, yeah. So they do have good control. This is coming down from Camp Alpha earlier on. Ida, like we said before, did drop a player earlier on to Alter Ego, who have moved across, as you see here on the map. We'll check out where this next circle goes. Yangon Galacticos hopes it goes to the northwest side. It's not meant to be, though, as we start to come back down onto the South Island.
If it easy can come here, so.
Some fantastic compounds to play around here. Pretty difficult to
Each
get out from
side
where
of the
Falcons
map
is
is
playing as you wrap around down towards the south side, potentially play some of the ridges, but you can see DRX has clear sight lines over to them.
And this is a similar early path as well from Falcons. Obviously, the Sanhok games we saw in survival stage from then, they were opting to play far slower, avoid altercations early if they could, and that was working for them for placements. Again, here, though, you're going to have a lot of teams with targets on you. DRX losing a man very early into this one with their rotation, I believe, against Fireflugs. Going to be in position to see if they can snatch away any points. Dealing some damage, chipping down the Falcons. Would be a nice way to get started for them. See the roam up from Power again as well. Always on our screens at the minute. Thunder Talks here playing inside the compound. You get one clean knock from King, coming alive already.
Vahiden dropped. Thunder Talks do have nades to play around with, so can send them this way. And there's only so many places you can play around this coastal area. DRX is finding a huge amount of success from that high ground they're playing towards the center of the circle at the moment. It's so hard to pass by them, especially for Nongshim Red Bulls, who are currently trapped over towards Ruins. Hoping, praying that it moves over towards Ruins side on those central circles. King will pick up Vahiden. Al-Haji is down, and Power's run looks to start to come crashing down easy. We'll just try and de-escalate the scenario inside that shack.
Steal from over the other side of the coast as well.
Zol do not.
Yangon Galacticos being able to rip that 1 point away. But that just sets the alarm bells for Regnum Karia, Loxy and Toshpik. From up top of the hillside, they get vision, take some bullets down range, and claim one back of their own.
It's a horrible approach for Regnum Karia. And they have to send it. Romeo should have heard that. Loxley's going to send forward, so at least they have a player in the back line there. Nope, never mind, both get in. And Romeo yet to take shots. Plenty of bullets to make it happen as well, and Regnum Karia is almost inviting those shots their way with the way they're lazily rotating over that hillside.
Regnum Karia on the drive-by. It's a very messy landing trying to get over the bridge, and this is Alter Ego that, of course, will bite the hand that feeds immediately. Krypton goes in to close the gap. Just Toshpik really low on health, easy maneuvers, and you shut them both down. So goodbye, Regnum Karia.
Yeah,
Alter Ego with 2 kills.
Yeah, I mean, Rosemary as well. Usually fairly simple to do. I think they want to stop off over towards the bridge, but I think in that scenario, most teams have got these areas locked down. It's not the easiest game to play out. We head up towards that northeast side, and suddenly things get a little bit more difficult, a little bit more interesting. Ruins being a big feature in this one, but
this is Alter Ego
on
games.
the north side of it can cut out a lot of teams that want to come through on that western edge. DRX is going to struggle as they wrap around that high ground over towards Ida, who will have those nice sight lines. I'm more
Come on, let's
surprised by
go.
the fact that Scarface, as well as Ketch, have been able to live this long on Fireflux, just on 2 players. I think that's fantastic work from them.
Falcons have been biding their time. Saw an opportunity here to attempt to engage from underneath the bridge with the nade to cast that one out. Not directly on target. Romeo as well being nipped out by the zone, so he goes down. So effectively just a duo. You can see he's back towards the bridge side, not really in a great position whatsoever. And for the Falcons, vehicles to play with, good split, all 4 players alive. Smile priming the nade. resetting that one until he sees an opportunity to actually get some chip damage off with it if they go for the crash down towards the bridge. DRX as well, finally getting revenge on Fireflux.
Scarface going down there is a bit rough. Ketch should be running into Reefus from APG soon. The rest of the team's a little bit further over towards his northeast, trying to hold out versus Team Secret. As well as the split Weibo Gaming. Falcons just rock over towards Noxian Red Force, and Narvalo's Elite's able to find one of them, but it was a quick descent into disaster here for the Falcons.
And this could go even worse quite quickly. They're attempting to pick up the pieces. Doxy goes down, but Narvalo responding, but look how low he is. DPS in the hands of Binny as well. Baiting out on the angle. A single shot is all that's required. Just trying to peek into it. Seeing if he can swing round. Dips behind the vehicle to stay alive. Alpha as well, shutting down Team Secret in the meantime.
It's good from Alpha Gaming. They've been waiting for that push for a long, long time there. Finally make it work. Now they can start thinking about their next moves.
Oh my God.
In, and what a
What a
performance
nice
so
knock.
far from Narvalo. The rest of the team did not find the same kind of look, but again, it's like one of those scenarios where you had hoped the Falcons would make a more aggressive
What a nice
push
play,
over towards
man,
the
really.
bridge and over towards Thunder Talks.
บอลให้ด้านนั้นจ้ะ
Yes,
กับ
there's an
เบียร์ดูอัน
opportunity
นั้
to
น
push through here, but it's likely that Noxian Red Force is holding these angles. Even so, it's not the full squad from Noxian Red Force which is able to tear you apart. There's a little bit of a limp approach from the Falcons. Next circle pops over towards Weibo. A big old split coming through from Alter Ego, who have all 4 players alive. Now, boys placed them in Dark Horse territory, but I think me and you are kind of clear in favor of Alter Ego, enjoying their rotates. Max brought up a good point to me earlier, saying perhaps their playstyle's unsustainable. My only counter to that is that I still think they would have done great even on the games where maybe they didn't deserve to get all the points in the world because it was off the back of team mistakes, but I still think that they would have got great placements, great points in those games regardless, just because of the way they played them.
Falcon still knocking me.
Yeah, I think it's been very heads-up PUBG Mobile
Narvalo.
from them. Super cerebral
What's his
gameplay.
name? Narvalo.
A lot more positives than really negatives to highlight whatsoever. Krypton here as well, even being able to snatch away the last man there. So Narvalo goes down 4 Falcons. You do still have 2 solos actually there. So Narvalo.
Bro, is this really top? This top info waiver. Refers top ko at lim ko. Asal killer tawa. At so nga ko po yan do yan siya.
Goes down 4 here for E Arena, spotting out onto Reefus on the drive up. Couldn't get himself behind any hard cover, so he falls.
Yeah, it's a really hard push. APG, they couldn't send all their players down either. Reefus was sent in as almost a sacrificial lamb to try and get an opening knock, but they couldn't afford to have all their team down
WBZ
there,
power
just in
slam
case
bala
they
ko
had to
ide.
pivot.
Slam
They also
WBZ,
don't
come
know
on.
that Ida's a weakened squad, in which
Yes,
case
one
maybe they
part,
could have put
one
pressure
APG.
there. There is so many sidelines as you're passing through, though. It is unlikely that Alpha gets too much further into this game.
Easy's been able to get the backstab onto Rosemary. This is what he was waiting for so long. You kind of
APG
forgot he was
khatam.
there, and you paid the comeuppance because of it. Even more damage from Easy, actually. That's onto Thunder Talks.
One knock.
For a solo dolo for power, still being able to steal away some additional points is actually huge.
I mean, finally gets taken down, but what a run from them. 9 elims on the match. That's a good result. That's a
Ay,
great
Rosemary
result.
kita
I don't know if they just
What
got
happened to
into
Rosemary,
placement
what?
point range there, but even so, it would have just been the 1
King
point
Bio, but
anyway.
combined.
But that does drop Alter Ego from a 4-man down to a 3, and you're losing your main man, Mr. Rosemary. Not always easy. And then again, Alva as well as Krypton have been
Alter
having
Ego
a big
game,
step
man,
up.
this.
It is not just the Rosemary show anymore. There's plenty more to this team.
Might actually be a good storyline for us in the booth and the viewers at home as well, because that's something we've been trying to hammer home, right? How important Alva's been for this squad. And I think this is the sort of game where this trio can prove,
In
just like
this-
Rosemary said, it's not
If
just
Alva
against the
can
entire
give,
squad.
Aray, bro,
They've
don't
got
shoot
very
yet,
well. Yes, but if
bro.
things go wrong, we can
Bro,
still
wait,
pivot.
bro, Aray.
Crazy maneuvers from Easy there.
You're outside the
Before he's
zone.
taken out, harassing both Alter Ego and Thunder Talks. The push up onto Weibo.
Yeah.
Finish that off. So E Arena snatching away the odd point here and there.
Here in
4
I
players
think
alive for that
here
squad
in
as
my
well,
get
Blank. Could be a big
they
talking
can
point
wipe.
later.
And there you go.
The Arena had been a kind of eye-opening squad in terms of we saw them earlier. We're like, wow, this not a team we've got our eyes glued to. But the more they've played, the more they've had these moments of success here and there. It's a hard team to pinpoint of whether they're a team that could challenge out for the first place spot, or they're a team that's towards middle of the pack, because some plays are great, other plays not so much. It's hard to, I would say, pinpoint exactly how I feel about E-Arena, but there has been these good games, there has been some strong sweeps, and they're not a team that I think you could completely dismiss.
No, I think that's really fair. For me, the litmus test has been how Joker's playing as well. Feels like if he's on form, the rest of the squad really gets riled up.
Yes, Sakura get
still
knocked.
looking menacing. Bit of a chip back over, Sakura down. 3 players alive. I mean, Krypton is a rough position here on the hillside.
It's a smart one, though. You play in front of the rock because you're assuming they're going to be sending those nades over the top of it anyway, because they think you're hiding behind there. If they peeked up, they would have found a clear and easy shot over towards Krypton, but he takes that risk and it pays off here. Now they get the northeast shift on the circle. They know they need to start cleaning out E-Arena soon.
No.
The start step round from the side is good for one.
Atarigo, come on, Atarigo.
Krypton and Moana playing
They're
off one
doing
another.
this.
Instantaneous response.
Oh
Look
my
at the
God.
spray down. Joker trapped in position, pinned by the barrage of bullets.
Atarigo
Still
te
get the
bona
save
ki revive
onto your mate
this.
as well.
Yeah, this is a great time to reset, recalculate here for Alter Ego. They know they've got a prime position inside the circle to play off with the 3 players. Awesome nade from Eren over the top there. We'll take down Sakura. Perfect airburst on that one as well.
APZ
Despite
Dog
everything,
still
it is
survive.
Ida as well as Alter Ego getting it through to the late game. Good shots from Krypton. Keeps going forward. And like we said, it doesn't matter. No
Dog
road
solo
spree
chicken.
doesn't mean that Alter Ego's down and now.
Can he do it?
I'm loving the fact that he kept the pressure on as well. Whilst the team was trying to reset themselves from the pickup and the heal, he was harassing, so you're still a little bit more paranoid. You can't take the fight to them. Ida have to stay tucked in for now. Rita's incredibly low as well.
For Ida, their big opportunity here is the shack right in front of the hard cover in the rock. They can get over towards it. It's good news.
And then
Krypton had to hit that shot over towards Darkin.
I should have
Now
not.
Eren
Should have not
moves
went
up
there.
into
That guy.
position. And they find a decent nade over the back.
I
Right,
will
a little
get
bit
chicken now.
short here. They have a
They got
very
this
strong
set.
position now, and that reset you were talking about does hamper them. Yes, Krypton was in position. The rest of Alter Ego weren't quite there to take shots as Ida crossed, and that was the prime time to do it.
Trying to force out the last man.
Nice.
Who find Doc? Okay, you remove him. Focus up on what's ahead of you then.
This is a good wrap now as well. It means they can play off the back of this hardcover. Again, approaching this position
Last
towards Ida
circle.
is not going to be easy, especially with the fact that resources, utility, extremely low on the side of Alter Ego. But what a banger of a first game. 10 eliminations, as well as a chance at a chicken dinner here.
It would be massive for them. Keep that energy going from the group stage. Show us that it wasn't a fluke. Chip damage there is going to be monumental as well.
Healing này từ lâu tiêu hồ. Ai địa tiền healing này boy, come on. Alter Ego chicken. Last guy.
Rita.
Healing này lâu đến tan.
You're being pushed upon now. The last man. Timing is absolutely everything on this. And Alba, we said to highlight him. He's got the DBS in hand, wants to close the gap, looking to harass.
GG Alter Ego, man.
Ego do it. Straight back, showing us that they've got the talent, they've got the communication, and they've also got themselves the opening chicken dinner.
It's a great game from Alter Ego, and a promising one at that as well. We have it at home there saying that just because Rosemary down does not mean that this squad is not as fearsome as they come. That was an incredible match. Yes, they missed the rotate over towards Ida as they were coming across the road, but it was smartly played. And 3v4 versus E-Arena as well there, where it counted. Really good plays from Alter Ego all around. But there are other things happening around the map. Easy get himself into a late game position there, getting 9 E-limbs off the back of that one is a big result for them. And 4 thrives going down extremely early. It's a bit shaky.
Oh yeah, the power head-to-head on the hot drop. Scary stuff, and already you can see the intensity. Join us for more PUBG Mobile action in a couple minutes time.
Cậu thấy này voice mệt sa din. May sarga mate. Kinte ko igamo ham alter ego te hi ita Indonesia. Three finger gun beli cup tau thế nào guys. Three finger gun li dạo tàu thế. Ah, kapon man he. Bây giờ. ยัง
Please recall me. Got it. Please recall me. Got it. Form up on me. Get in the car. Help! Please recall me. Please recall me. Please recall me. Impressive.
진짜.
Fall back to safe zone. Help! Don't give up. Your teammates will still recall you.
픽츠가 내 픽만 되지. 이게 뭐야 아까 뭐.
Team match. Let's go.
Blue team has scored. First time. Fire! Cover me. Mark the location. Reloading.
cái hình mình lột cho khả năng Ideasyon na captain ulit live na ball dilaw to namin ka captain live ball ball dilaw. So like when you gonna win, I don't know. Did I solo ka din? Solo to get shit na ka din. Hit bang. Roll down it. Captain. Night live live
from the audience there, and overall, Blank, you can see it's starting to fill out right. You've got fans, you've got family, you've got support staff, everyone in the arena ready for the anticipation that's going to continue to build as we make our way through these playoff games. And I tell you what, Blank, I'm going to throw it into the mix right now. Alter Ego take back-to-back chicken dinners.
You think so?
100%.
Straight on to Erangel with another Alter Ego win, huh? I mean, to be fair, yep, all support staff are here, the fans are out in force. Al-Haji's father is here cheering him on as well. A little of extra pressure, you know.
Oh yeah, the legend himself in the crowd.
My dad was there, I'd be worried. I'd do a better cast. But yeah, we're heading over towards Erangel for the first time here over at playoffs. Starting over towards Quarry, heading up over towards Stauber. Very neat little playing path here for most teams, right? We'll be able to get out slightly early over towards Primos, very Pier, as well as Sosnovka, which gives you a little bit more time to figure out what your movement's going to be from Sosnovka, which is nice, especially if you drop down there. But meantime, teams heading over towards Yasnaya, Mansion, Lipovka, Prism. It's a little bit of a longer road set that you're going to have to make. Time you have to spend inside the plane. I think for most teams, they'll be very, very happy with this kind of playing path.
You can see how the standings are looking as well, of course, off the back of that opening game of the playoffs here. For Power, it was a very impressive hot drop, targeted one of the teams that everyone's had their eyes on, and that was 4 Thrives, who absolutely dominated back in the group stage. Is there going to be a bit of back for blood gameplay on that one? That's what I'm curious about. Are they going to have this revenge moment? You don't want to have 2 games for slow starts. That's a squad that needs to build.
APG currently parachuting over the top of 4 Thrives. 4 Thrives already hit the ground running. We'll see if APG extends this parachute down towards Sosnovka. I think they have to at this point, especially now that 4 Thrives is already starting to get set up. We send over towards the eastern side of the map. Falcons in their beloved Pachinki, as well as Rozhok being held by Regnum Kaya, as Maxman was talking about earlier on. Now, was a lot of indecision coming through from Regnum Kaya when it comes to Rozhok. Teams often finding a better position in Rozhok when the circle heads that way. Not sure whether to hold inside or send out. I think that they got hit with a little bit of an unlucky stick a few times on that one. There certainly can be improvements. We'll wait and see. Keep your eyes on the wheel and the windscreen, please. Instead of just on the map, so if you're driving, get direction from your teammates, possibly.
Yeah, don't dent the Dacia. Keep it clean, Black. Paintwork on that. It's a nice cool blue. Matches the logo.
Yeah, she works out very well. But everyone in this one all rotating together here for Thunder Talks, sending down towards Milta, which is free right now, so Thunder Talks can play that one out. Alter Ego sending far over towards Lipovka right now, which is very much out of the way, but on this kind of circle, it's completely fair. You don't want to send your entire team over towards Lipovka, though. You would like some scouts on the outside. Right now, it looks like the entirety of the team is just going up towards Lipovka, though. I think they expect that they're going to have time, especially on the plane path being so long over towards the eastern side of the map.
Curious as well. Position 10, Falcons tied points with Weibo and both Fire Flux as well. How they're going to be looking. Obviously, we saw in their Sanhok game throughout survival stage. It was far slower pace. It worked for them there. It's going to be a bit different here. Teams that are going to look to try and take the fight to you, you're not going to get as many freebies. When they crashed into Nongshing Red Force, that's where it all went wrong. Hopefully they can avoid a similar outcome here. Forward scout on Ralph. Farther up ahead, it's Regnum Kaya, Fireflux and Power that are relatively close by.
Power's getting a move on. Regnum Kaya also making that move, as you were saying, all in vehicles. They left Rozhok early. They want to pride themselves here, and I think that's fair enough, especially in the first circle. They don't want to spend too much time in Rozhok. They'd rather get a central position and then know that there is a chance to send back over towards Rozhok later on. So we're not doing any of these shenanigans where we leave 2 players behind, we send 2 players up front. They're going to play together. If it means they have to kind of work their way back into Rozhok, dig a tunnel back towards that region of the map, then sure, fair enough. But in the meantime, Regnum Kaya is just going to try and take a central position, which they know they have priority on right now from the spot that they started in. Like I said, Power in a similar spot. Gondola here for Eren. Will make the journey back down the mountain. This is over towards Stalber.
drop by here.
Eren, inside of the gondola. The ground shaking.
It's not intense. It's in a gondola.
Not as good as the horse, you know. I think horse, gondola, kind of, you know, different territory.
Yeah, it's a completely alternate playing field, right? It's incomparable.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Stop that.
You can tell we're a duo.
Yeah, we can. Jinx padlock. Throw away the cube.
I'm glad you've saved us. You know what though? Glad we get a little bit of camera time with DRX here as well. Again, you know, they kind of had a rough early rotation where Fireflux were able to take down 1 player from that team, but they kept it developing. And again, I think there's so much talent for this squad. I'm curious to see how they're going to be looking once we kind of have this day too, where they are in the standings, what the squads look like. I feel like there is so much talent on this roster for Hyunbin as well. Someone that kind of, you know, has been there, worn the t-shirt, and it's just a short space of time.
Yeah.
Meteoric rise for him. Very, very good talent to watch.
Hyunbin's been very effective across esports in, like you said, the short time he's been here, relative to a lot of the veterans that are in PUBG Mobile. I will say the one thing that is annoying between Nongshim Red Force as well as DRX for our South Korean teams is Tizzy, Sizzy, Zizzy. It's like, come on, guys. Let's get a slightly different naming convention going. Just for my sanity, at least.
Well, at least we've only got 1 alpha now.
That's true, yeah. Fantastic result.
For one of them.
For one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I think, honestly, for Alpha 7, they claimed the name earlier, right? For Alpha Gaming, that felt more like BM, in my opinion.
What, they have the chance to do the funniest thing.
Oh, it's Alpha Gaming. They've won the second. Wait a minute.
Oh, the back-to-back. Oh, no, hang on. It's a different team.
A different one.
Yeah.
That would confuse the social media managers.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you that now.
That'd throw you off guard.
Yeah.
Roll the Alpha set.
Just joking.
Pull the fast one on you.
Let's not twist the knife too much.
No more BM. Okay.
They've just come off a pretty saddening defeat. But yeah, we are here live from Riyadh. We have a thumping, roaring crowd, which is great to see from all instances over the world, which is really sweet as well. Everyone coming out to support their team of choice. But it's been a slow game so far. With just a lot of rotating happening. I think we've lost 0 players. All teams still up and kicking as we head over towards Farmway. Most teams just looking for a more central position on the map. We are moving more and more away from edge gameplay. A lot of teams putting a lot more stock here towards the center, which will change as time goes on, as more and more spots open up around the edge of the map. You'll see teams getting a lot of success off the back of that, and it's crazy they're coming into playoffs, and that is sort of the change we're going to see probably day 2, day 3 if this thing continues, and it really depends which team's going to be able to take advantage of that, because a lot of times, in my opinion, it's teams that have very good sweeping capability. One team in particular that does that very well, Alter Ego.
Oh yeah, and we've seen that as well in their gameplay already. I think it again, you know, just sort of hammers home that point of the fact that this team can do it all. They can pass the baton amongst one another. It was very nicely played. Krypton with the setup, even when Rosemary goes down, the way they're building back into the game, walking away with a chicken dinner. And there's a reason, you know, you throw it out there saying, obviously, I think they could take a back-to-back chicken dinner here today. But with the talent they've shown, I think they genuinely could. We'll keep our eye on it. See how it goes over the flow of this one. Nice as well when you brought it up, obviously. Everyone in the crowd, we saw the highlight there and Al Haji's father. That segment of the crowd representing power. If they keep playing like they did, try and build into that, well, there they are in the Elim feed, taking fights to Thunder Talks. You know they're going to be getting loud.
Yeah, sighting actually does go down straight away to Ragnar, which is a good opener. He does take a fair lick of damage, but should be able to get back into cover here. Just compound-based gameplay between both teams as the circle they push out towards the western side. And I think it's the first time this tournament we've really seen this area of the map in full over towards Potato Hill and the southern reaches of it.
Organization
It's not as much as you might think, but you've got to consider that edge down towards Sosnovka that's still in is also a playable space. You'd be a bit mad to try and confirm down there at this point in the game. So we are cutting around about 30%, I'd say, out of this map. So it's becoming a little bit more cramped, a little bit more crowded.
Guys.
Scary as well, watching this rotate in secret. Another squad that I think could be described as preferring to have those passive setups rather than being the one to instigate firefights. You run into the crosshairs of Alter Ego, they are going to take that fight to you. They won't let you get away cleanly. You had a spot in the backline there with Rosemary very quickly jumping out of the driving seat to attempt to set up in cover. Didn't take the fight in the end. Hasn't fired out a few bullets to see if he can get a connection over, but they can still chase on this.
For Rodrigo, they're sort of giving ground here to Team Secret as they get ahead, but it is Krypton who's been able to swipe around, get in front of them. Ida as well as Fireflux are in front. It's an awkward rotate, I'd say, because Horror does control a lot of the space over towards the north side. Rodrigo likely not wanting to pick up that position. Neither are Team Secret. There is potential, though, to just completely back off this angle. Make a very wide wrap over towards the school side and play there. It is out of bounds in terms of where a lot of the high prior locations are, but it gives you a safe approach into the circle. Alva right now, the Hound on the team of Alter Ego, looking to take a sniff over towards Shelter.
You can get a good read on this as well with the placement of the squads round towards that side. You've also got a scout from who's actually bypassed one another. Inside of the blue is Alva. For a second, quick bit of loot. Rosemary close position there as well. You see it established here on the map screen.
WBZ2, KPZ3.
Therex, E-Arena, both in good spots. I like where Morton's playing. This is a really nice split from E-Arena. They had the compound that's sat on the eastern side of those fields, which means you can comfortably hold out Falcons, but they make this immediate rotate up towards Mormon, who held that spot, but Regnum Kaya will be coming through quickly as well. They understand this one is extremely important to them. 2 down already. Sakura is out and Regnum Kaya is cleaning house.
Oh yeah, mop and bucket gameplay. Looking to close down on the arena and leave them nothing to fight back with. It's a nice start. Silas on the hunt. Player up on the roof, trying to keep his head down. Clean this out, make sure there's no opportunities for a bit of a stab back. Players still alive once they get the man picked back up there. Ooh, that's not what you want. Butcher maneuvers, but this could be a little bit cheeky. Fireflux going in, hovercraft
Fireflux
gameplay from the
versus
side,
the
though.
busy.
Macap instantly falls. He able to hit that one on the crash in.
Fireflux not being able to win this fight is giving
No,
really good for them,
Sam,
because this was their game plan for a long time, is to hit up towards this compound, and they've been sent back off this. Good hold coming through from Weibo, only losing 1 player in order, but it's not even a flush there, it's just the knock that's easily reversible. So Fireflux is going to have to go play down by the coastal side, which is an uncomfortable position to be in, because not only is it not in this compound, which is much safer, but it also denies you a lot of information into the future there. Alter Ego have been taking their time. Alva was able to spot out 1 player. They will find the pickoff onto him. Sky goes down, and now more space can be gained from Alter Ego playing on that edge and sweeping.
Alpha charges further forward. Line of sight blocked from the smoke wall that's been deployed from the remaining members of Aura.
APG laba wala kasam peter de.
Meanwhile, Rosemary confirming.
DRX laba de. Falcon kapten perfect. Falcon tempo hai bese. Sa pasive Genesis afta mengi umta hai. So one happy APG 2 Atletico 340 WBG top 5.
Yeah, you got to keep backing this one off now. It's a nice bit of
crossbow
ground that you can use to scout into
crossbow
the future of the
meta
game.
mine.
Curious to see how Alter Ego want to play this one out, because it is a bit of a wall in front of them. Ida's playing a nice angle and a nice setup here where they are darted across the road, allowing them to get a lot of information going in towards the future. Take a couple of pot shots here and there. I mean, they have just been taking names slowly but surely. Team Secret weren't able to step to them. They made an instant decision to rotate back off, and just trusting in Alva's calls as well, which is very nice to see. I do want to quickly go back to Regnum Kaya though, because despite that being an immediate rotate, Mormon having control over towards the building, that was a very nice take coming through from Regnum Kaya, and that might have just bumped their point scoring up by a fair bit. There is a slight issue with that compound where some of the angles are cut off to you. You don't have all the information in the world, but this is the sort of position that's going to keep you safe for a long time.
I think from a few of the games we've seen from Regnum Kaya as well early on in the day, it feels like sometimes they pull those punches and won't fully commit to play. So it's nice to see, you've committed to an idea that they've been able to make it work.
Yeah.
Just need to keep that consistency. Blind confidence good though.
Even that survival stage, when Regnum Kaya went for some strong central positions, they are very proactive. Even those spots where it felt like they didn't really have position to play. These are drive-by nades as well.
There's not a good
huge amount of
place.
damage going through up towards Alpha Gaming. I'm surprised not even a single knock there. I think if they even found 1 more nade towards that position, it would have been an easy cleanup for them and an easier decision to roll out, cutting out a big threat on the north side.
Yeah, they are very lucky they've been able to survive through that. On target nade, like you said, it's impressive. Not a single one of them went down. You could have crashed into it, very easily cleaned up with such a sliver of HP between the 4 of them. They can reset with the supplies they have. We saw a little bit of power showing up in the Elim feed once again as well, so still looking to find opportunities to build, but the nade back over. Easy knockdown. This is Thunder Talks. It's the last man in Zing.
Well, still sweeping over the top side, gets a little bit of information, but Fahida wants to take more shots and will finish it off there. Power eliminating Thunder Talks. He's pointing to me. It is just a case of it's close. For easy. Probably didn't even know he was in the shack, but just assumed that Easy's in one of these shacks in this game. I have to nade every single shack available because this guy's a backstabber and a half.
Oh, hang on a minute. You might have just said the word. It's operative here, Black. The roll in from Alterigo from the top side, finding that shot down range onto Alpha Gaming. They've been in that same position. It's a full confirmation from Rosemary. Quick pick-me-up play as well from Krypton.
สู้กิน close war มี target ตาเหรอ
I'd like to see more DPS, but to be fair, he's one of the most skillful players is Sook with that explosive arrow, and it's something new, it's something different. And he finds success out of it. Like we said, it doesn't always pop up too often in the Elim feed, but the amount of space that Weibo gains off of Sook, wielding the bow and letting loose some absolute ringers.
Weaponizing the crowd there as well. You could see the excitement. We mentioned it, man. Would we be seeing it in playoffs? Yeah, he doesn't give a damn. Grand stage, important matchups. He'll still be playing to his best, playing his flavor of PUBG Mobile. That's actually the final knock onto Arena as well, of course, removing them. And like you said, this now presents more opportunities for other teams to move further up. It's not the craziest point disparity in the mid portion there, but you're going to take that if they're not here.
So some very obvious priority compounds here inside this circle, which you can easily spot. If you're watching the map feed, which is available over at PUBG Mobile Esports at YouTube, you'll see that Noxian and Red Force currently have the one over towards east, Red Empire playing on the west, and DRX down towards that mass of compounds on that south side. None is direct central, but they all have very, very good use cases into the future. In the meantime, here's 4Thrives going up against the Falcons right on the edge, and they are backed up against the wall. Ralph is trying to get Narvalo back up on his feet, but the nades continue to rain through. This is an important knock that they need, and Redox misses.
Oh,
timing on it. I mean, he's able to re-engage at least with a quick switch. Pulls out the secondary on the bizone and unloads from the damage from the side. Nade over the top, and it's a clean connection. T24 hitting Narvalo even once more. He's going to try and beast up on this, but the Lanimal put back in his place, and Redox stays alive. Off the knock onto IQ, can push further forward, but it is a rough start for Falcons.
Yeah, slashing swipe coming through here. In the meantime, Alterigo have had one player knocked, but they are currently taking Yangon to task over towards Potato Hill as the circle move far towards that north side and becomes even more of a prime position. Noki sending nades out. Redox certainly proved himself there, getting the single nade across. Koa will send one of his own. It needs to be on target, but it's not meant to be as 4Thrives are able to find the Elims, find the knocks, and Falcons will be brought low from the western edge.
And they've been wanting to play that slower style into these games. Here, though, 4Thrives take the fight straight to you. Yes, they lose one player, but they can reset from it. Bit of Weibo action going on again here as well, with Fireflux having a real struggle start going into playoffs already. Again, removed from the equation. Alterigo continue unloading the mortar strike. Nade after nade on top.
It's been an
Rosemary me to not target
across the board, but Ida starts to get involved now over towards Alterigo. I think they just lost one. Krypton is down. Now Alva needs to pull out something special. Yangon Galacticos down to just the two players knocked for them.
Alva belly crawling, using the grass and the ridge side to provide him some additional cover. Quick jump spot, seeing if he can get visual contact over the edge, over the smoke. Vahidan as well takes a stray bullet from the side. Nonshin Red Force building into this one.
They just need to pick Krypton back up again. Technically, he is in cover. So Alpha will head back down there, but a full 3v3 and plenty of nades to work with. SayCloud might just be on target there with that one. They send over the top, and it won't be a lot of damage needed to take Krypton out, and it will be a knock over towards Alva. And despite a massive spree coming through in this game from Alterigo over towards Yangon Galacticos, it is the Galactic comeback coming through on the north side of the map.
That's the go pistol to push up for them as well. And similarly for Moana, it's time to bail. That fight has gone no way near how they wanted it to go down. Trapped as well as he gets the overall lay of the land with the squads that are close by. He's just got to get his head down, tuck into position. It's Ida from the sideline that takes shots towards him, opens up an opportunity for Nonshin. Alpha with the nade. And it is a strike from Reefus.
That is an unreal nade through the trees, through the leaves. And like a dead leaf falling, that will be the final player from Alterigo out. Incredible stuff there. You don't see those ones every day.
No back-to-back chicken dinners to start us off. Another team will walk away with a big W on this one as the battle continues. Nice distance firefights here onto 4 thrives as well. Good aim.
SAPGT zone chang na lai
Man. Ida currently looking very good from this spot, but we moved away from a lot of the more prominent compounds on the map. Regnum Kaya looking just to finish off those players down on that south side. And Power still running through with 3 players as well, so they're not down and out yet. Nongshin Red Force should be able to hold out strong on the south side though, having very, very good buildings to work with going forward. Nades over the top, they do. A little bit of damage coming through from Regnum Kaya over towards DRX, who are now opting to see if they can just swipe right on this one.
Spin out on the burst tire as well, because Ida are just firing shots down Rage. You've instantly got to try and reset from this one, but there's further damage done. Knock behind the tree. Quick bandage from Hyunbin, looking to reset himself. Easy sees that opportunity though. Clean connection back onto DRX.
I mean, for DRX trying to get through here, Nongshin Red Force wasn't going to let it happen. Al-Haji finding Hyunbin as well on the back lines there. Very, very long-range spray to make it work. Make it work, it does. There is still one building available for Regnum Kaya to be playing out on the very edge of the circle. I'd be excited to see a Yangon podium finish here just because of how hard they had to fight for their lives on the north side.
It's a hefty investment from Power. They really clamored to try and steal away some points from that one. Damage is good onto DRX, but they both go down because of it, resulting in a bit of a stalemate from the crash in, only leaving one representative of Power left. It was Weibo that were able to cause issues behind that smoke wall.
Idea chicken by the
as well. The nice split, Silas set up further ahead. Yeah, this is going to get more and more intense. Secret, catching vision.
This is the nice thing about Regnum Kaya as well, is that we mentioned it beforehand, where they're a proactive team. They don't allow themselves to be caught up in the moment and just sit around, feet up, watching telly inside these compounds. They are very much active on the outside there. They took shots over towards Alpha Gaming. They cut out over towards that south side. It's not a crazy amount of points they're able to find this game in terms of elims, just the 3, but they've confirmed a strong spot on that southwest side. Weibo are in front of them, as you've mentioned. I'd like to see how they're going to handle this into the future, because it's some weird terrain that they'll have to push through.
For Yangon, it could be uncomfortable. Secret can actually get the angle to arc those nades over, roll it down the hillside. Spacing could be problematic. That's what you were talking about, of course. Obviously for Weibo, just a few steps ahead, just tucked in. A little bit of cover to work with at least. You've got the detonated vehicles, and it's actually for Hedon that was the last man left for Powder. So he's just over by the tree line there.
It's very, this is why I'm saying, wow, what a shot coming through for Hedon. A fair chance as well, and he took it immediately. This is what I mean for Regnum Kaya. It's very hard because you want to take shots down towards Weibo Gaming, but as soon as you leave this compound, you're in sight lines of Ida going forwards. That next circle doesn't cut Ida out either, so now Regnum Kaya has to go for something very quick. They know the exact location of Alpha Gaming though. At this point, it sort of does feel like you're going to need a crash here for Regnum Kaya. Over towards that north side, I don't think it's going to be effective at all trying to wrap out over towards the east. Key down though, maybe the chance on towards these 2 players, play behind the car cover, but then what chances do you have later into the game? That's the real issue. So it looks like they are going to roll out over towards this north side, as I was mentioning.
And as we've seen, Ida have been able to do so much from this position. This might actually give them an opportunity. Yeah, Nonshing engaging. Yeah, this is go time for both squads. You've got to build off the back of this. Crash in, up towards the compound. Nade close. Sizzy takes the brunt of the damage. Aaron priming another one as well. It's Doc C. He saw him. What's going on? Goes back in for a second look. Finally shuts down Rita.
Fuck, bro.
Crazy. Silas moving up top there. We'll find Silas. We'll finish him off there as well. I mean, Regnum Kaya just spent all the way over towards Yangon Galacticos, and they were doing damage, but they're out
easy
now.
to say.
What?
You knew about Alpha for so long. The minute an opportunity was presented from the commotion thrown between this fight on your screens, they go for it, but Alpha just absolutely upset. Goodbye Regnum Karya. It's now not a bad position for them to build from.
Not at all. I think Alpha Gaming played a bit of a blinder on that one, but blinding powder over to Regnum Kaya, it would seem. Doxy moves up over towards Ida, finding Darkin, more DBS shot through the window, not quite connecting just yet. There's a Molotov sent through. Murnat will finish off top on an explosion on the vehicle. They are just trying to hold on as much as possible here, and once again, it is Yangon Galacticos to make it through. This team is bulletproof.
You got Team Secret as well, playing that classic slow build, playing from distance, looking to third party onto this one. This elongated bout between Nonshin and Ida. Eren dodged the explosives, but he can't dodge the slugs. That's the peek up from Doxy. The DBS finally able to finish him off, but at what cost? One player left, just him.
Gives me Yangon Galacticos as well as Team Secret have some very favourable positions going in towards the future. They can effectively sort of ignore one another and rather take shots down towards that south side at teams that will be making their way up this hillside. I think it's going to be tough. Here's Suk with the bow in hand, just sending shots in, making life extremely difficult for Doxy. He is on the low ground though, and Suk may be just sending in ammo for no reason.
I mean, with 20 arrows left, he could zone you for quite some time. Just make it impossible to go for a peek out.
He's got to leave at some point as well, is the thing.
Oh, they're getting close.
This consistent bombardment. Doxy struggling. Now moving forward, Suk will see a nade come his way. A little bit upset about the nades coming down though. Might pivot off. Spots Doxy isn't quite as effective with the assault rifle as he is with the bow. The team will support him there, still make it happen. Awayable attempting to move up, but it's those two angles. Like I said, it's an efficient, I want to call it teamwork between both teams, but it's an agreement, right? You both have an extremely strong position. Let's get rid of the teams that could cause problems for us later on before we engage in one-on-one combat.
Yeah, you know to prioritize first. Don't poke the hornet's nest until it's time to engage. Frankie with the move up. Wow. Damage back over. Slapping him there. Forcing him into a bit of a rough spot. 3 squads going head-to-head, of course. And Alpha Gaming only have the one man left alive. That's Reefus that's further down.
This will be the second game in a row that Alpha Gaming have been able to get themselves a podium finish with a solo player towards these end circles. He's going to make a break for it. Murnat definitely saw him, was wondering why he went for that play. I don't think he had much choice in that situation. Murnat had actually pushed off that position as well. It's just unlucky that he comes out at that timing. Trang will go down.
Shots back and forth, trades on either side. Intensity building. SayCloud looking for the angle.
Why is he chicken, guys?
Able to assist. They
Why
can
is he
focus fire on
19 na lawan chicken?
Removes, cauterize it and reset. 2 players alive, focusing on the pickup as well. Grab Romeo.
I'm in charge.
I mean, just make it as hard as possible. A 3v1. There's absolutely no way that Jaiki should be able to get himself out of this one with Yangon Galacticos starting to move up. And the map is enveloped by space as they suffocate out the rest of the teams from the high ground, pick themselves up a big chicken dinner. Not only against some of the hardest spots in the lobby, like...
Guys, no pala yung stream tayo. Ibon sabihin no pala. Cut through stream tayo. Ibon sabihin. See you guys later. Tata.